Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, man. We find amazing people doing amazing things. Today is no different, okay? I am hydrated because of this man. I didn't know. I was chronically dehydrated. Chronically. So we launched the water challenge in the morning meetup when everybody got their supplement water bottles. And if you ever see me drinking out of these supplement water bottles, it has a little, what's this called on the bottom, little rubber joint? Little rubber boot on the bottom. It's very stylish water bottles. Competing against, do you feel like you're competing against Stanley Cup?
Indirectly, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? People are discovering them now. StockX try to pick up a brand to sell their bottles on there. So, like, I would say this year, you know, they would be competition, but they're not gearing their product toward the culture. So,
yeah, I guess it's definitely David and Goliath for sure.
100%. They were around for 100 years too, so let's not.
100 years?
Yeah, 100 years. They were founded 100 years ago.
Stanley Cup.
Stanley, yep. And I don't know about you, but 100 years ago, it wasn't that cool to be this color. It wasn't
cool to be black. That's crazy. Yeah, so
just a fact.
This is a very interesting brand. So I guess introduce yourself and the brand, and then we'll get into it.
Cool. My name is Jarius. I'm the founder of Suplmnt, the first black-owned insulated water bottle brand where hydration meets culture.
Okay. Hydration meets culture.
Hydration
Explain
meets culture. So it was pretty much how I discovered the entire brand. It was just, you know, discovering the importance of drinking water because I wasn't drinking water from a bad doctor's result. And then at the same time, I discovered an industry that was not marketing to my culture, and it was $1 billion industry, but I've never heard of like any of these brands. So I decided to, you know, start a brand and create the vessel to not only encourage the importance of drinking water to the community because I never heard about it growing up, but also create something that actually like felt and was intentionally geared toward, you know, people within the culture.
I like
intentionally.
that.
That's the main word.
Intentionally, yeah, because we grew up drinking Kool-Aid,
Right, 100%.
which is essentially water.
It's delicious.
Am I right? It's mostly water.
I would say mostly sugar. I can remember.
It's not mostly sugar. It's mostly water. You get the big jug. Now there's a mountain of sugar at the bottom, and then some red or purple, but
some red.
It's mostly water.
Red 40 and blue 1 and all that.
That is red
stuff.
40.
That has all that stuff in there, but we don't think of it like that, but it does. I remember going to people's houses growing up and like with friends, and then you'll like drink their juice, and if it wasn't sweet enough, we make fun of them.
100% you get flamed from having sweet enough juice.
That's a problem.
It's all this healthy juice. You got a healthy juice.
I don't feel a diabetes go running through my veins after drinking this. That's life growing up.
That's a fact. But I mean, so when does it become something else? And I don't know if I've ever asked myself this question. Let's say it's mostly water. And then there's a bunch of sugar at the bottom. But if it's separated, what if you drink a cup of water and just ate the same amount of sugar? All right, let me try to say what I'm saying. This is a cup of juice, right? Let's just say it's Kool-Aid. It's all water. Up to here might be some sugar. It's a lot of sugar. The sugar is maybe the same amount as a candy bar, right? About?
It could be.
So we look at drinking a bottle of water like this and eating a candy bar as, all right, I'm eating a candy bar, but at least I'm drinking water.
Right.
But if you drink Kool-Aid doing the same thing, does the water not become water? Does it change the whole thing into the molecule of a...
No, but see, this is the thing, and I'm no scientist, but the liquid goes into your bloodstream way faster than something that has to metabolize inside your intestines and everything like that. So it's totally different, the way your body consumes the sugar from juice than how it consumes it from eating something.
Okay.
You can fact check me.
I really didn't think you was going to be able to answer that. I'm not going to lie to you, trying to trip you up a little bit. Okay, so you have this idea to come up with insulated water bottles.
Right.
Now, to date, how many have you sold, do you think? What, in 3 years, right? 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. Man, thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah, I can't even fake a number, but thousands and thousands of bottles we've sold.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's successful. I want to know, because this is a unique concept. So people do T-shirt brands or hat brands or sock brands, or I wrote a book and we do it.
Right.
But these insulated water bottles, it's a different type of product. So you got to walk me through the journey of getting the bottle created.
Right.
Hold on, is this a white label, like you found somebody?
So traditionally we started off that way. This isn't, but when I discovered the insulated bottle industry, it was by mistake, and I saw that there was a brand that was doing 40,000 units a month on Amazon alone. So what
brand was that?
It was Hydro Flask at the time. So this is probably back in like 2016 when I finally discovered insulated water bottles. Prior to that, I've never used a bottle before. So when I found them, I asked all my peers, different people that I know, like, yo, man, have you ever heard of this brand?
Hold on real quick. How did you just come across?
So I was selling items on Amazon. I've watched, like a bunch of people back in the day, everybody's seen like the videos of people just making all this money, Gary Vee off Amazon and like, reselling products on Amazon Seller Central. So there's a program called Jungle Scout where I was able to like just find the top selling items on Amazon. So I talked to a couple of people and they were like, yo, the best way to make the most money is to like get a product, white label it, and just resell it on Amazon. So when I was just going through the different categories, I stumbled across water bottles, and I was just like, man, how are they selling? Like, who buys water bottles? Because I was just like you. I swear to God, I was just like, who buys water bottles? Right. And then, when I looked at the category and I saw like they were doing crazy numbers, I was just like, oh, and I've never heard of this brand, so I was like, let me go to their website. So I went to the website and in researching that, I found Yeti at the same time, and I was just like, wow, these brands are huge and they've been around for years. Yet I had never heard of them. So I'm like, maybe it's just me. Maybe I live in a little box and, I don't get out much. So I'm like, let me ask as many people as I can. So I'm asking at least over 100 people. And maybe out of 100, maybe like 3 people have ever heard of the brands. So right then and there, I was like, yo, I think I might have something, man. I think, most people like within the culture has never heard of these bottles. So that's when, I was in the Amazon game. So I did the Alibaba thing. I found me a knockoff Hydro Flask. Threw a logo on there, ran a little campaign on Instagram, and I think I only had like 200 followers at the time, and I sold maybe like 80 to 100 of them, and then over the weeks, people were calling me like, "Yo, man, I left this thing in the car. It was burning up that day, and I opened it, and like my stuff was still cold. Yo, how did you create this?" So I'm laughing. Like I thought you were like, you got a pad on that. Yeah, like I'm some type of scientist. So it was funny because, like I said, Stanley and all, they're all been around for years, but yet, the culture of people that I knew never heard of it. Yeah. So it was pretty much because they weren't intentionally marketing to them. So that's why I like to say out the word intentionally. It's not. I'm not saying that they didn't want them to buy the bottles, but like they didn't show people doing things that would resonate with you using the bottle. So it wasn't like, playing basketball or like going to the courts or being in the studio or just like walking through the city. It was no pictures or anything that kind of like felt like, this is a brand for me. Yeah. So that's when I was just like, okay, I think if I can, find somebody that knows how to design bottles, I can, create my own and then make a brand that is actually like intentionally like gearing it toward culture and to support the mission that I had. And it's after you had to knock off Hydro Flask. Yes. I don't think, I've heard you say it. I had to test it first. I've heard you say it, but I don't think I've ever looked at I've never seen Hydro Flask. Exactly. Let me see. Hydro Flask. Hydro Flask, yeah. Massive brand. I have seen that little logo. Yeah. And they got a black woman at the top. That's because who's searching for it. That's all in the numbers. But this wasn't like that a few years ago. Nah, we talking about back in 2016, 2017.
Wow.
Never heard of them. Nobody I knew ever heard.
Was this the company that you're saying was doing the 40,000?
Yes, they were killing it. Still probably are killing it. And that was just on Amazon alone, so they were in stores as well. So, when I found them, I was just like, okay,
sheesh.
I don't resonate with them. I know nothing about them. They've been out for years. Nobody I've never seen. I would go, on vacation, go different places. I would never see black people with water bottles.
Yeah.
Like never. And it bothered me. And after, it's kind of like before you get a Kia, you never see Kias, but once you got one, now you see. So it was just like bugging me. Everywhere I went, I was just like looking to see who's using water bottles.
Bro, when you introduced me to this, all right, I'll tell a story. So, because I never seen it before. Right. But what happened was a few weeks before I met you, it was Donnie's birthday. And my wife, I was like, yo, what are we going to get Donnie for her birthday? And she started throwing stuff at me. I'm like, just go get it. And it would just be from us. Right. So she gets a bunch of stuff. And I was like, what did we get her? And one of the things was a Stanley Cup. And I'm like, yeah. I want to say we might have gotten an argument that day. I'm like, why would she get a cup?
Stanley got you in an argument.
Yeah, not an argument, but I'm like, why would you get a cup? Right. She's like, no, people are using cups. I'm like, yo, Dottie's not gonna want that little cup. I said that to her, like, yo, Dottie's not gonna want no cup. Like, she's got cups at her house.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, no, it's a Stanley Cup. And I like, what we got to do with hockey? What are we talking about right now? So so her birthday comes around, and she pulls it out. Bro, no lie, I'm thinking like, oh man, and there's other people here seeing us get a cup. They gonna think we fell off. Like we fell on hard times. We got her a cup for her birthday. Weird. But Dottie pulls it out like, yo, this is the Stanley Club. Right, I said, wow. And it just so happened that I meet you after. And you're like,
after that.
Insulated water bottle. I think I know something. I know something about this. So that's why I started to interject. But when you said you started seeing it everywhere, and then I started seeing them everywhere. Everybody's just carrying around these little cups now.
Yeah. It became a thing.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Reusable water bottles.
So you knocked off Hydro Flask.
Right.
But why didn't you just keep going with the white label if it was working? Especially nobody know. There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You could buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are about double $500. You could buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the Morning Meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month, and every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast, they join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot.
Because I was just like, yo, I saw the potential of like having an insulated bottle brand. I saw like the trajectory, just seeing that like every year people were buying water bottles more and more. And then I had a group of people that don't even own water bottles. So I'm just like, okay, I got this huge market. I'm like, if I blow up and I'm still using this same bottle, I'm going to get sued. Like, they're going to sue me. They're going to take this whole business, and it's going to be for nothing.
For sure.
So I was just like, so from then on, I was on a mission. I'm just like, okay, I need to connect with some people that know something about the insulated bottle industry. Yeah. and can design one for me.
Yeah, so let's go down this journey.
Right.
You sell them, they work, right? And now you're trying to get your own design.
Exactly.
Do you just go to Alibaba, just try to get a custom?
No, so you already know Alibaba is, it's a lot of scams. It's a lot of stuff going on there. So like, I would never suggest anybody to like work directly with a manufacturer for a white label, because in a week, that same design they gave you, somebody else is going to be buying it for sure.
Right.
So I did the LinkedIn journey. So I decided to like search all the people that started these major brands, and then I stumbled across the founder of Hydro Flask. I saw that he was like out of the business, and I'm like, he might answer me. So I shot a cold call DM, just like boom.
To the person that started Hydro Flask.
Yeah, on LinkedIn, and it took about 2 weeks for him to respond to me, but he finally did.
What did you say?
I was just like, hey, I love what you did with Hydro Flask. I saw that you guys sold it. I'm trying to start a brand that's similar to yours, but we're gearing our product toward the urban community and on the importance of drinking water.
Oh, but he sold it.
Yeah, he had sold it.
How did you know? You just started looking it up.
Well, I saw that. So I got real excited when I saw that Hydro Flask had sold for like $200 million back in like 2012. So I was just like, oh, this is a real business. This is some real thing.
Wow.
This is a real thing. So
hold on. Back in 2012, they sold for $200 million.
$212 million, to be exact. Water bottles. Water bottles.
To who?
I think it was like Blue Train. It's like one of the big box stores. Like they bought it from them. The big ones that like own everything.
Like Procter & Gamble or something.
Yeah. So they bought the brand from them.
Dang.
Right.
So you DM'd, you sent a message to the
original
guy
founder,
who sold it for $200 million.
The guy before him. Not the guy that sold for $200 million. The guy that sold it to the guy that sold it for $200 million. I bought it. I reached out to him originally, but I didn't know all of this in the beginning though. I thought
so tell me the story. Tell me the story.
Yeah, so like I thought he was the guy. So I had met him, and then we got on a call, and I was just explaining it to him. Now his mission was to make sure people were drinking water. So he already loved that, like my mission kind of aligned with his original mission for his brand. Like he just wanted people to be able to drink water and for your ice not to melt.
Yeah.
So after talking to him, I'm just like, I need to find somebody that knows how to design stuff. So, we got on a bunch of calls with a bunch of VC firms trying to find like industrial designers. And then I met my guy, Ish, and his counterparts, Kyle and Nico, shout them out. And we all got on the call, and they loved the idea. They loved what I was trying to do. They all realized like, you're right. There is no bottle that's kind of like urban or like geared toward, black and brown people or doing things that we like to do. So they're like, I'm down. Like, let's design this bottle. So when we did, we wanted to make sure that the bottle incorporated like things that's within the culture. I'm huge with like sneaker culture. So when we designed it, we wanted to, replicate something that was like near and dear to people within the culture. Like Dave has on really fly sneakers. Everybody in this room is just like, got real nice sneakers and stuff on. So I'm just like, let's do something that can easily be digestible to people that aren't using water bottles.
Yeah.
So, the bottom of the bottle is the rubber boot. It's like a replica of a Nike Jordan 1. Then we wanted to have a shoestring carrying loop because you can't just be walking around like this.
I think this is really the flyest part of this.
This is my favorite feature of the bottle because it's just like, you know what I mean? You just walk around. We put the rubber overmost so that way it's comfortable for the finger. You can put 2 in there, however you get busy.
Yo, Reese copied off me first off. So I was like, I'm an innovator,
right?
You know what I mean? So I had this idea. I was like, I'm about to take the shoestring off because I think I was just playing with it and it got loose.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could take this off.
Yeah, you take that off.
So I got like another bottle. And I just changed it out.
Right.
And now I got the black with purple, and I had like a white with pink or whatever. And then I come into work, and then Reese got the black with the red. Like, all right, bro. So I was trying to steal my style.
Yeah,
so like, just switch it out. But this is it's like a real fun thing to do.
It's a thing to do.
So that's a bro. You got one with that.
We wanted you to be able to like match it with your outfits. That was the whole concept. Like, all right, create a cool bottle, but also let it be something that adds value to your outfit and to like your everyday like way of life, like not something that's just like a big bulky thing that you know, weird color. So we wanted to make sure that we kind of design stuff and make it that it kind of adds value to your outfit versus like taking away. So just adding different elements to the bottle to make sure that and it's funny because you get on these calls and it's like you're trying to create something out of nothing, like an idea, like, okay, I want to create this bottle. You know what I mean? I want to incorporate all these different concepts to it. It has to be functional. It's so many intricate stuff when it comes to design.
Yeah.
You got to if you meet an industrial designer, you're gonna be like, wow, like every single thing in this room is just created by one of them guys. But yeah, so we wanted to make sure I had that 24 hours cold, 12 hours hot. This one is actually the new one. It didn't drop. It's dropping like this week. But the inner walls, this thing keeps it cold for 36 hours. So it's actually more insulated than the 24 ounce because of course you hold more liquid. So
got you.
It might take you longer to drink this than that one.
So with the owner, okay, a guy created it and sold it to somebody else. And that somebody else sold it to somebody else for $200 million.
Exactly.
That's the story, right?
That's the story.
You DM'd the original creator.
Mm-hmm. The original innovator.
The original innovator.
Right.
But by the time you sent him a message, he already sold it, correct?
Yeah, long gone.
So how long did he have it, do you know?
I think he might have been doing the business for like 5 years, and he was just like building. He was like, I call him the pioneer of the insulated water bottle industry because before, like I said, it was like the Stanleys and the thermos. So like only people that were in construction were using those. Yeah. So like nobody was using those at work or anything like that. So he made it more so like a thing that like people at the beach or people that was like always hiking and in the mountains, because he lived down in Oregon, they would use the bottle. So he made it more of like a thing that like the everyday person could like actually use a bottle.
Got it.
Great. That was a great connection to meet, to like start off with like nothing. You know what I mean? Because he essentially started with like absolutely nothing.
And it's not competition because he already sold his.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect connection.
Do you know what he sold it for?
There's rumors, you know what I mean? I don't know the exact number. I'm guessing.
What are the rumors?
I'm guessing. He made millions of dollars though. He made a couple million.
A couple is two.
Nah, he had probably at least made like 10 million at the least. He was definitely a millionaire. But
10 million.
Of course, it's still sad because, you know, somebody else sold it for hundreds of millions.
Yeah, for sure. So I wonder how much they were making when he sold it for 10 million.
They were doing numbers, man. They were getting picked up in all these retail locations, so they probably were doing several millions of dollars.
Think about the sickness of you being excited, selling something for $10 million. Somebody else turns it around and sells it for $200 million. Dang.
Yeah, they grew it.
So, but you had...
insanely.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you had him as like an advisor.
Yeah, he was an advisor.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
He was an advisor. So it was cool being like advised from somebody that was like the pioneer of an industry that I was trying to break into. Two totally different demographics, but it's still the same concept. You know what I mean? Trying to spread that message on drinking water and giving people like a cool vessel that can keep yourself cold all day and hot, if that's what you're into.
First year sales, what were they?
So my first year, man, we probably did like, man, maybe like $10,000, if that. Actually, Sheesh. You know what? Because you got to think, like I started this, I had to raise money. So I started this in 2020. So this is the heart of the pandemic. So nobody wanted to spend money because everybody was losing their jobs. The whole country was shut down. We were stuck in a house. So people weren't really trying to buy things at that time. You know what I mean? People were more so just trying to like hope that they didn't get fired or try to stack their money. Right. Unless you was getting that government money, because unemployment
lots of government money.
They was throwing that money at people.
Yeah.
They was throwing it. It was a lot of people, you know, hood rich off that PPP loans. But I ain't gonna talk about that today.
Right. So when you started, how much money did you have to put up?
So when I did the knockoffs, I had put up maybe like $400 or $500. But like when it was time to like get these designed, You know, I had to get a mold created. I had to work with a manufacturer and stuff like that. So I had to I raised about like $150,000 to start this. Yeah.
You just raised 150 and you wasn't from a company who wasn't making no money.
Nope. They was bought into the concept because it was already proofed in the pudding. Like there were already companies that made water bottles that sold for high amounts. So it wasn't like a concept that they couldn't get behind. Cause it's like, okay, it would work, and you're directing it to a whole different group that hasn't, you know, that's not known to have water bottles. So I think it'll work. Here's, you know, it was like a bunch of individuals at a firm. So it's like, yeah, I'll give you 20,000. I'll give you 30,000. Blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha.
So
hold on real quick. Kay, can I get another water bottle? Yeah, you know what's crazy? This bottle causes me to drink water all day so fast. So I just poured a whole bottle in when we started, right? But just like randomly sipping it because it's my bottle. It's like I just keep it with me. I finished it already.
It's gone. It's the thing about plastic bottles is that
it's gone.
You don't have any.
Actually, Zach, can you grab me a water?
The thing about plastic bottles is you don't, because it's not. It's just like a plastic. You're willing to just throw that out. So you're not willing to finish with whatever's in it because it's like a mental thing. It's something weird about. I've been in people's houses, or you can go in people's cars, and they just got like a bunch of empty, half drunken plastic bottles all over the floor. Right?
That's my life.
So you feel
I got some in my car.
See, but that's what we solving the problem, man. You throw it in here, you're gonna finish it, and it's still gonna be cold. That hot water in the bottom of your car, you ain't drinking that. You throwing that out.
So not cold, not cold. Yo, the $10,000 first year.
Right.
Is it because you're educating black people on something now? Not educating black people, but yeah, essentially.
I would say that people were definitely more drawn to the fact that like I'm trying to do something like positive as far as like educating the importance of drinking water, because when I bring it up, people really think like, dang, you know what, you're right. Like I really don't consciously think to drink water every day. Yeah. Like you don't think like, oh, my body actually needs this amount of water per day. You just be like one day you might have a good day, and then the next day and the day after that, you might drink a ton of liquor, you might drink a lot of, you know what I mean? You don't replenish your body with that. And that's where we get all those illnesses that plague the black community, like the high blood pressures, the diabetes, the kidney failures and stuff like that. A lot of times it's because people are severely dehydrated and they don't even know it. And I was one of them. Yeah,
we were looking that up in the morning meetup, and because we just did this hydration challenge. We're still doing it. But the studies show that 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated.
Right.
Which that's a big statement.
Huge.
75% of people are chronically dehydrated. You're probably chronically dehydrated as hell. You are, right? You don't drink a lot of water?
Exactly.
No? Reach, you drink water, right? You gotta drink more water, bro.
Gotta drink the water.
And where's your supplement bottle, okay?
I didn't bring it today because when I put the keratin in the water.
Keratin? Oh, were you using creatine in your water? What, you working out? You did that, Reese? You told her you got her working out? A little bit, right, Brian? You're lifting though. That's right. Okay, go crazy, Kay. I see you. Yeah. All right, so yeah, but I literally drink water all day long, and I don't even realize how much water I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Because I just carry my bottle with me and I just drink. And me and my wife, we went to it was some event at Piedmont Park in Atlanta, like a jazz festival, not jazz festival. It was like an art festival, food trucks and all that kind of stuff.
They had a fill-up station, didn't they?
Well, I don't know if they had a fill-up station. What's a fill-up station?
It's like a spot where you can go.
For water?
You can go for water. They're like everywhere. People don't notice it because only if you got a water bottle, you be looking for it.
Right. Yeah. Also, okay.
Even at the airport, you don't got to buy water. It's
do.
There.
They do. Yeah, in Atlanta, it's like automated or something like that. Yeah. I remember seeing it. Yeah. But anyway, so my wife pulls out her supplement bottle. First off, it was my supplement bottle, so I instantly get a little offended, like, why you got my bottle? Yeah, what's up with you? And she unscrews it, and it's milk for the babies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because it was super hot outside. Because normally we have like the carton that we it's oat milk.
Yeah.
And normally it's just, you just got to, It's just straight out the carton. But she poured them all in the supplement bottle, and it kept it cold. I said, on to something, bro.
Yep.
On to something.
That's a fact.
So 10,000 first year,
Right.
which makes you a terrible entrepreneur. Right? You had a hard time.
Very hard time. It was a very hard time. See, that's probably the stage where you like, all right, this isn't working. I'm just gonna give up and not do this. But I was just getting so much positive feel. I like felt like, yo, this is gonna work. Like I sold some. You know what I mean? I sold some. And then I was just like, yo, like let me just get some newer colors. Let me and during the process, I'm just like, I'm not able to, like, I didn't have a large following. It's hard to like reach a ton of people because when people would get them, they would love them. And then they would want to buy another one. But it's just like, how do I get to more people? So during that time, I'm just like, you know what? Let me try and sell these bottles to businesses. You know what I mean? I had to think outside the box. I'm just like, yo, I want to be able to.
Why would businesses buy a bottle?
So that's the thing. So I was in my very first wholesale customer. I was trying to, be innovative to try and figure out how to get more sales. So I had connected with this artist in Vegas, and his name was Pretty Done, and he does like murals for a bunch of different businesses. So I did a bottle with him. He did these murals. It was called the Pretty Done bottles, and a company by the name of Warby Parker. Yep. Pretty sure people have heard of that.
Bro, I'm wearing their glasses right now.
Right. So they saw the bottle, and they was like, "Hey, I've never seen a bottle that looked like that. Like, do you know who designed that bottle?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, my man, Jarius." Oh, wow. So he sent me the person's contact. So mind you, I have no infrastructure set up on how to take corporate orders, how to, but my background is in sales, so I knew how to sort of how to get it done. So I talked to them. I'm just like, yeah, I got the bottle. I could do whatever kind of customization you want. La da da. So they put in a 3,000 bottle order for me. So
dang.
So like in one order, I had got 60,000. I was just like, oh, okay,
$60,000.
Like I got a $60,000 order
coming off a $10,000 year.
Yes, in one order.
Wow.
So I'm just like, okay, so this is how I'm going to funnel the money into my business to be able to do the fun stuff and get the pictures and grow that social media to get people to buy the individuals. But like in the interim, I'm going to start working with companies because it turns out just like there weren't many black-owned insulated water bottle brands, there aren't many black insulated water bottle brands that actually sell custom bottles to businesses. And that's it's just a huge market for custom gifting. Like every company does it. We've done bottles for Adobe Max, Paper Planes, Nike, Adidas. Like everybody has swag gifting that they give out to their employees, or they throw a festival or an event. So from there, I was able to just I started going crazy, just reaching out to business like, hey, do you need insulated water bottles? Like, we offer customization. I found a company here that I can do the customization here in the States. So I can cut down normally you would have to wait like 2 months to get your product, but I can get it to you in 3 weeks because I got to get everything done here in the States. So I found a loophole in the game, and then I was able to like really scale that portion of the business while I try to like build some type of core following, like with the regular community.
Yeah, because the mission is hydrating the culture, but the culture ain't giving the money right now. So
exactly,
culture, buy you a bottle. In fact, we're gonna use and guys, I'm about to give you this promo code, but it's not an affiliate link. Okay, it's not an affiliate, so it's not like you make your order, and I'm saying I support this brother. Before I ordered 100 bottles for an event that I was on, a podcast mastermind, and I just ordered 100 bottles because I was like, yo, I just want to give them away. I think it'd be cool. And the people at the event was like, yo, what type of bottles is he? Da 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 da. And shouts out to my man Josh Powell. He works for the NBA PA. He's a 2-time NBA champion. He's working for the NBA, and they're doing something with it now, right? Or something like that.
Right, yeah. They just ordered some bottles for the top 100 players.
That's lit,
so that's pretty super dope, man, to be able to, like, every time I get these orders, I still get mind blown. Like the people that are reaching out and like the phone calls I'm on. Like we did bottles for Paper Planes. I'm sitting there, the Rock Nation room.
You told JJ?
No. Nobody sees that.
So no.
No.
So the bleak, I know bleak run around all.
Nah,
You
man.
get a lot of bleak. Tell me what's on the bleak.
Yeah, man. Bleak ain't doing nothing.
Like, I'm not getting on the phone with you about these bottles. So that's dope. All right, so second year sales.
So second year, we clearly did crazy numbers. I think we probably undisclosed it, man. We did over half a $1 million though.
Ooh,
You know
congratulations, man.
Yeah, we did.
Congratulations.
We did good. So it just, but what it does, it just funnels, because people always hit us up with these requests. It's so funny because so people were buying our bottles like.
I'm sorry, real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
10,000 to 500,000.
Yeah, I found the loophole, man. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
That's hard.
In the product game, especially if you're getting it overseas, it's like, a lot of times you get like terms. So I was able to ask for funds up front, like a portion of it up front, which would pay the manufacturer. And then, once the product gets to them, they would give me the rest. So like I was figuring out ways to like not have to spend my own money to like make deals happen. So yeah, that's pretty much how that was working out.
That's what's up, man. Really proud of you, bro. Really proud of you.
Appreciate that.
And I mean, the way you kind of figured out the whole customization for corporate, because you knew they would pay.
Right.
But you're still like, obviously corporate isn't the culture.
Right. It's not.
But you're able to offer them an amazing product.
Yeah.
But also offering your people like some information, education around it.
Right.
First off, Zal just gave me Deer Park water. And I actually really like it. Deer Park is delicious, actually.
It's good water. It's spring water.
No, what's your favorite water? Just so Deer Park is spring water.
Yeah.
I rock with spring. I rock with Deer Park. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Is it good for you or no?
I mean, it's really just the problem with buying those water bottles like in the packs is that sometimes they get, like in the warehouses, they'll leave them outside and the sun's beaming on them. So it's just like that microplastic thing that everybody's been going crazy about.
Gotcha.
It's very real. And, a lot of times the plastic is floating around in that water. You can't see it, but like you are drinking it. So I like Deer Spring. Don't get it wrong. No, I'm just No, I'm just saying. So like, you ain't gonna see it. It's like microscopic. You're not gonna be able to see it. But that's what they. It's like high amounts.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, if you have water in a bottle, the bottle gets into the water.
If it's like high temperatures, you know what I mean? Because it melts. Like pieces of it can be in the water. That's what's been going viral and going crazy. That's why they're trying to like reduce the amount of plastic that you're drinking, like plastic bottles that you're drinking out of. You got places that's completely banning it, like the LA airport. They're just pretty much saying that they're not selling plastic water bottles at all. Like you gotta come with one of these and fill it up. Which I think is outrageous to pay $4 for a bottle of water at the airport anyway.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But bro, which means you on to something, bro.
Yeah. We're in our infancy stage.
Come on, man.
We're really in our infancy stage, man.
I'm excited about this, bro. Oh, this was I got sidetracked. I got a promo code, right?
Yes.
Social proof.
Yes.
Use code social proof and it gives a big discount. So he gave me an offer, and I was like, let's make it more. So I think it's what, 25 or 30% or something?
I think it's 30%.
Yeah. Hey, listen, family. Make sure y'all get y'all a water bottle, okay? I wanted to jump on here and really get this story because I thought this was super unique, and to get you like on the way up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I very rarely do that, right? I'm interviewing people who's doing 7 figures, 8-figure like company stuff like that. But the fact that you have something so special that I really believe people should support. Like, I very rarely use the word support in terms of like buying something from someone, because even like the whole support black businesses,
right,
kind of rubs me the wrong way, even though I used it during the pandemic.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, like if you don't buy and you black, I resort to, come on, bro, just support. You know what I mean? We gotta stick together. We supposed to be brothers,
right?
But I don't think this is something that gets appreciated. And if we don't support our own, it's going to be somebody. Look, you want to see the little shoestring, you want to see the little rubber booty and all that kind of stuff from a major company. But we need to start supporting now.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure we got you. Like you got a whole journey ahead of you.
Right.
In terms of like building out this brand, man. So
More sizes, more colors.
Yeah.
More different, it's just it's so much stuff that you can create in a product line, but it only happens as we get support. Just because you got to create molds. It's crazy how many people DM us like, oh, y'all need to come out with the one with the handle. Y'all got to, I'm like, yo, these molds cost like $20,000, $30,000. Like, so it's just like, it's one of those things where it's not like something like you could just be like, all right, boom, let's just start with this size. And then of course we want to make sure that we keep it exclusive. We keep it custom. So we're not like just, doing a replica of somebody else's work. So we take pride in the details and stuff that we like to give to the culture. So, but we appreciate the support. We love the support. It helps us to create and do more, and also spread the message. Put fill up stations in urban communities, stuff like that. So we have initiatives that we are trying to do. We give out a ton of bottles a year. So just as much as we sell them, we are giving them out to schools, giving them out to kids. We are doing those things as well to help support the mission and make people drink more water, like my man Dave right here.
Yeah. I've really been drinking water this whole
Probably
time.
has to go to the bathroom.
I do. That's why I'm wrapping this thing up. Nah, but Jarius, I appreciate you, man, for swinging through it and what you're doing. Every now and again, I like to get these stories of these companies who are doing something amazing, so that throughout your process, I can say I was there early on.
Right,
you know what I mean? Are you looking for investors?
Not at the moment, but if you think there's a way that you can help push something forward, I mean, I'm always open. Shoot me a DM, shoot me an email.
Good.
Let's talk, see what you're talking about. Let's elevate.
All right, let's get it. Well, look, man. I want to know where do you think your company, your brand will be in the next 5 years? Because I want to be able to watch this interview 5 years from today and say, yo, I sat down with Jarius 5 years ago. He said he was going to accomplish this. Yeah. And look, here we are 5 years later.
Yeah, I think Suplmnt is going to be the biggest insulated water bottle brand in the country.
Stanley, count your days.
Count your days. We right there, man. We right there.
I mean, not right there, but.
We right there as far as our infancy stage, but like it goes like, you never know.
You never know.
You go viral nowadays.
Because that's why I was Stanley, right?
Yeah, Stanley was doing $75 million for years, and then they was like, "Oh, let's stop marketing to these construction workers and market to teachers and nurses, and get some TikTok people to make some TikToks." And boom, it did $750 million. I mean, what's that? How many? What X is that? That's like retarded. 10X. We're doing $75 million. They 10X, and they 10X in 12 months. They did $750 million in sales. Insane. Off one SKU with a couple colors.
Yikes.
So it's possible.
So you're going to be a billionaire.
I plan on it.
Okay. 5 years. So yeah, keep going. 5 years. Give me your vision for you.
Biggest insulated water bottle in the country, in retail, killing it on the website. Taking over the corporate bottle industry as well. That's still a nice channel. I still love it. I still want to make sure we getting those out that way. And then the entire urban community understanding the importance of drinking water and staying hydrated, because that's actually probably the most important, because people will be way more healthy. Dehydration is probably like the root of a lot of different illnesses that we struggle from. So if people can make a conscious effort to drink more water, we'll have a healthier community. So.
Love it. Look, man, go to Suplmnt.com. Spell hold on, let me try it. Suplmnt.
You got it.
Suplmnt. Take out them vowels except for the U. Suplmnt.com and use code social proof. You get 30% off. Support this brother. This is like a $20 decision.
Yeah.
To support. And I literally been drinking water this entire I'm like on my second bottle of water, like unconsciously, because
Yeah.
every now and again you got your cup, you just gotta drink your cup, and
It's like a habit now.
yeah,
It's a habit. It becomes a habit.
definitely a habit. Man, make sure y'all support this brother. Use code Social Proof. You'll get 30% off. Well, while supplies last, because I mean, you never know. He might go to $100 million company, and that 30% don't work. He's like, we don't need this discount. So, but nah, this is like a $20 support decision, man. Make sure y'all rock with this brother. And I appreciate you coming out. Let everybody know how they can connect with you, and lead and end us off with a word of wisdom.
So you can find me at Suplmnt, SUPLMNT at Suplmnt. Shoot us a DM if you want to get in contact with us. Like you said, the website, same exact thing. TikTok, same exact thing. Also, I do want to shout out Rob with the Elite Social Club. That's the only way I even met this guy, which is super dope.
Shouts out to Rob. Shouts out to
gotta give Rob a shout out. But I would say my words of wisdom is what I tell people is create things that you wish existed. There's so many different, like I would say when I was getting into this industry, I was just like, man, I wish there was a water bottle that was geared toward me that I actually would use, like when I'm on vacation, I'm on a beach. I'm seeing so many people walking around with these Yetis, and I'm just like, I'm going to create the thing that I wish existed, which was like a brand that was geared toward me. So I think that there's so many different things or concepts that you're looking at, and you're just like, yo, like it would be dope if this or if that. Oh, well, since you got the idea, you're probably the one that's supposed to create it. So create that thing.
Love it. Love it. Hey, man, support this brother. All right, support. Go to suplmnt.com, SUPLMNT.com. Use code Social Proof and get 30% off, okay? Also, I'm going to do my outro because I gotta go rid myself of all these toxins that have been in my body that this water just flushed out. So make sure y'all support this brother, Suplmnt.com, but also go get you some social proof, meaning go build something. And remember how you built it, document the process, but come back to your community and teach them how to do it. It's the only way our community grows. All right? We out of here. Peace. If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.